Yeehaw! All right, do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember this? Wuhu Island from, what was this from? Wii Sports Resort? Wii Sports Resort? That was the one where you had the Wii controller. And then you had the little bonus pack on, and you put the really fun little large rubber thing around it. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. This game was freaking fun. This game was freaking fun. Wait, I was a master at wakeboarding. The sword fighting was super fun. You still have it? Yeah, there we go. But I want to know the lore behind the island. I feel like that's something they never really touched on, right? Like, it was a fun island. Like, you could run through the cities in Wii Sports, or not Wii Sports, Wii Fit, because it was like the same setup. It was a good time. I wanted like a central hub where you could walk around in there, you know? I feel like it had so much potential. So much potential. Let's see what they've got to say about it. The Nintendo Hero. I don't know them, but maybe we'll get to know them. Wait, I hit a button. That's fine, it just shows the link. What did I hit that shows the link down there? Frick, wait 1 second. Okay, there we go.
I don't know about you, but Wuhu Island has always been one of my favorite locations in any video game. It's almost like Wuhu Island is a Nintendo character.
I thought it was Wahoo
itself. I've spent so much time on this island doing all sorts of different activities, from flying around in a plane, going
flying
for a
was so
morning
fun.
jog around the island, and racing around Wuhu Town in Mario Kart.
It's in Mario Kart?
This island is home to so many different activities and things to keep you busy.
Wait, really?
Know Wuhu
I didn't know
Island
that.
From its main appearance in Wii Sports Resort.
God, I want to play Wii Sports now.
How many times it's appeared in different Nintendo games over the years.
That's so fun.
Wuhu Island has a surprisingly deep and complicated history, so I took on the challenge of figuring it all out and putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
So join me today as we take a deep dive into Wuhu Island.
Dude, basketball was hard.
Where it started, and all the games it's appeared in. This is the history of Wuhu Island.
Woohoo! I'm so excited for this. I love fun and nostalgic game lore like this. So fun.
Before we jump into Wuhu Island's first appearance, let's go over some of the major landmarks and areas of Wuhu Island. This
Restore my memories. Do it.
way will all be on the same page, and I can refer to places around the island without you being confused. The first thing you'll probably notice is Maka Wuhu, the giant volcano near the center of the island. And luckily for the residents of Wuhu Island, it hasn't erupted in over 200 years. Sitting just next to Maka Wuhu is Duckling Lake and Summerstone Castle. The Summerstone Falls are also just next to these landmarks. On the west side of the island, there is a huge lighthouse called the Candle.
I remember that one.
The Candle was accidentally built twice as big as its originally planned size, resulting in its massive appearance. On the south side of the island near the ocean is Wuhu Town, where there is a main plaza area with a broken clock tower, a big water fountain, and even a basketball court. Right next to Wuhu Town is the Starboard Harbor and the Queen Peach, a huge cruise ship named after Princess Peach herself.
Classic.
Just to the east of Wuhu Town
it's all coming
is the
back,
Red
man.
Iron Bridge, which leads to the Kokoba Hotel, a perfect 5-star hotel with 9 floors. Southeast of the Kokoba Hotel is Camel Rock, which has
that's where you played Frisbee with the dog.
Beaches on both sides. If you follow the road up from Kokoba Hotel, you'll go into a mountain tunnel that cuts through the mountain with some openings to show the ocean.
A true test of skill to fly through the tunnel. I remember that specifically. And having to coordinate with my brother to make sure we didn't fly in from opposite sides and crash in the middle.
And if you keep following this road, you'll end up at the north corner of the island, where some
I forgot about the runes
reside. Okay, stick with me here because we're almost done.
Ooh.
The last major landmark I will highlight is Wedge Island,
the golf course,
small golf island to the southwest of Wuhu Island.
Just commandeered the whole island for golf.
On Wedge Island, you
bunch
can
of
find
hooligans.
the 19th hole hotel, Crab Rock, and a whole bunch of golf courses.
Crab Rock.
Okay, I think that should be enough to give you a
God, this is giving me such nostalgia. Also, it's kind of like the Elden Ring finger thing, but in reverse. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Elden Ring setup. I love this stuff.
Of the island and refresh your memory a little bit. If you're interested in learning more about the locations
yes,
of
the
Wuhu
cut
Island,
game.
there's a great guide
I forgot about that.
With plenty of facts and information about each one.
So fun.
I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. And now that we've covered all the major landmarks, we can dive into the history of Wuhu Island and all the games it's appeared in.
Please do. I'm feeling nostalgic. This is a blast. Oh my
The
goodness.
earliest known appearance of Wuhu Island was actually in the original Wii Sports. Now you might be thinking,
Really?
Wuhu Island wasn't in that game.
Yeah.
And you're right. While Wuhu Island does not appear in the release version of Wii Sports, an early beta build of the
Classic.
game featured an extra sport called Airplane. The only footage that I could find of this beta sport was recorded off-screen at Nintendo's E3 2006. In this sport, you pilot a plane through rings above
Also, he
an
just
island.
missed that
This
so
island
easily.
strongly resembles Wuhu Island.
Yes.
There is a large mountain with a lake near the center, and a town at the south end with a bridge, and even the mountain tunnel. The basic size and shape of the island are also similar to Wuhu Island. According to some data miners, this island was called Wii Island. No, not Wii. Wii. Like what you say on a roller coaster.
Wii.
Let's all be grateful that name was changed. And what looks to be
From
an early
Wii to
version
Wuhu.
of Wuhu Town was called Wake City. Obviously, this is a very
that's kinda
bare-bones
fun.
version of Wuhu Island, but it's still really cool to see. This
Yeah.
beta plane sport was cut from the final version of Wii Sports, but it would eventually return in a different game. I didn't even know this existed before I started researching for this video, but this is the earliest known version of what would eventually become Wuhu Island.
Cool. I
The
love
next
Wii
time
Fit.
Wuhu Island appeared was in 2007 with the release of Wii Fit. Although it still wasn't called Wuhu Island yet. Instead, it was called
Yes.
Wii Fit Island. And while it was a
Ski
big
jump
upgrade
was so
from
fun.
Wii Island, it was still missing a lot of the landmarks and details that Wuhu Island has today. The best way to see all the changes is
Ski
to
jump
look at
was
the
so
map
fun.
found in the Wii Fit manual. As you can see, there are multiple major differences here. Maka Wuhu is called Rocky Peak, and it doesn't appear to be a volcano at all.
Oh.
Summerstone Castle is missing, and Duckling Lake is called Summit Lake. Wuhu
Oh.
Town is called Wii Fit Town, and is also missing a lot of the buildings and locations of Wuhu Town, like the basketball courts and clock tower. The Starboard Harbor and the Queen Peach are also missing. I could keep listing differences, but I think you get the idea.
Yeah.
This is a big improvement from Wii Island, but it's not
Oh,
quite
good
there
jump.
yet. It
Good
seems
jump.
Nintendo didn't want Wii Island to go to waste, so they converted it into a place for Wii Fit players to run. I don't think Nintendo had a long-term
I loved the run. The run was super fun.
plan when they originally created this
Yes, and then finding all the secret Marios. Yes.
island, but it would eventually evolve and become Wuhu Island, the main location for Wii Sports Resort. But before we get there, let's talk a little bit about the things you can do on Wii Fit Island in Wii Fit. Sadly, there really isn't many things to do on Wii Fit Island. Pretty much
Oh, I forgot about the
only
little
thing you can
doggos that
do
ran
is
with you.
jogging. Wii Fit has a mode where you can go for a short, long, or free run around the island. This is the best way to get a look at Wii Fit Island, and if you
Yeah.
pass your guide and start following a dog instead, you can go
Yeah.
on alternate routes that can lead you to more interesting places around the island, like the beach. It's so weird to be running on the Red Iron Bridge and see Rocky Peak where Makawuhu is supposed to be. It almost doesn't feel like the same island without the big volcano in the middle. The island is much more detailed than
You
Wii
sprint
Island
past him
was,
to
but I
follow the
wish
dog.
Wii Fit had more activities to do on the island because jogging is really the only one. But don't worry, because Wii Fit Island is about to transform into Wuhu Island and be
So
featured in
fun.
one of the best games Nintendo has ever made.
Wii Sports Resort. Yeah. This game was nutty good.
Yes, it's time to talk about the game you probably know Wuhu Island from. Wii Sports Resort.
This game was so
this
fun.
Game is
Oh my
seriously one of
gosh.
my favorite games of all time.
Yeah,
So-
Secret Marios. You could find, so when you're doing the jogging thing, there's like hidden Marios like all over the map you had to find. I don't remember how many there were. But they were just like hidden, like just boop. There's a little tiny pixel Mario. There might have been other characters too, like there might have been like a star or something. But I remember I never found them all, but I remember looking as a kid, being like, "Oh, that's so fun." It got me to jog. So there you go.
Think about it just makes me so happy. But I can talk about how much I love Wii Sports Resort in a different video. Wii Sports Resort was announced at E3 2008 alongside the Wii Motion Plus and some super awkward E3 stage moments.
Classic.
Oh, go, go. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, go, girl, go. Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, it's easy to see why Nintendo changed to pre-recorded directs. One
I
kind
love
of
this
cool
one.
thing that happened leading up to the game's release was that they turned Times Square in New York City into Wuhu Island for a day. They moved in
Whoa.
a bunch of sand and palm trees, and
That'd be
everyone
so
could try out the game
expensive.
themselves. If we ever get a new game featuring Wuhu Island, they better do this again because I want to go.
That's so fun. That's also so extra for a video game. You know, yeah, we'll rent out the entire what was it? What's it called? Times Square for a video game. Sure.
Wii
Promotion.
Sports Resort was released in the
We'll make it
summer
back.
of 2009, and
They
just
probably
like
made
that,
it back.
Wii Fit Island transformed into Wuhu Island.
This was 2009.
All of the previously mentioned changes were made, and now this island is more detailed and better than ever. While you can only jog in Wii
14
Fit,
years
there's way
ago.
more stuff to do on the island this time around. Everything from golfing on Wedge Island to beating the crap out of some meat at
Yeah!
Camel Block. This is the most in-depth experience on Wuhu Island we have ever had, and it's glorious.
Those
all the
were
activities
hard,
and
man.
sports are so diverse and take place all over the
New
island at
bowling,
different locations. But by far
cycling.
the best way to experience Wuhu Island is the island flyover mode. This game mode lets you pilot a plane and fly completely freely all over the island. Hey, wait a minute, doesn't this mode look familiar? Yes, it seems like the forgotten plane sport from the original Wii Sports was eventually implemented into
Look
this
at
game,
it.
although it's much better this time. Instead of flying through meaningless hoops for points, now you have eye points, which give you lots of fun facts
Oh,
and details
yeah.
about the location you just passed. This was always
You
my
had to shoot the
favorite mode to play.
balloons.
It's just so relaxing and enjoyable to glide over
It
all
was
the
really
scenic
fun.
views. You can
And then it
play
turned
this
night
mode
and the
during day,
fireworks.
sunset, or
And then it turned night and there were fireworks. I forgot. This is scratching my brain. This is scratching my brain in the right spots. I love this stuff. Holy cow. You almost finished sword? Yes, I feel like sword fighting, like you get to the last one, then the last one was just so hard as a kid.
at
You couldn't
night.
ever get past
I've
it.
spent countless hours in this mode alone, and it's a big reason why I love this island so much. I just wish there wasn't a time limit, because I
Yeah.
could play this mode forever.
This was a different era of gaming, like mentally for me, you know? Man.
Some of my other favorite sports are swordplay showdown,
So
basketball pickup
fun.
games, and archery. All of the sports and mini games are super
I
fun.
didn't do
The
much
replay value
archery, I
is
don't
through the
think.
roof. In the original Wii Sports,
I did
all the
this a
sports
lot.
took place
I
in
loved
different
wakeboarding.
separated locations, but in Wii Sports Resort, every single sport happens somewhere on the island. I think this is why Wuhu Island sticks in our minds so many years later. We've played
Get it, Luigi.
basketball in
Sink
Wuhu
it.
Town, table tennis at the Kokoba Hotel, canoed across Duckling Lake, and
Yes!
thrown frisbees on the beach. Even inside sports like bowling still have a location on the island. One of my favorite things to do was fly over the island and try to find the location of all the different sports. When I think of the words Nintendo Magic, my mind often goes to Wuhu
Table
Island.
tennis was
Something
fun, I
about
agree.
all these amazing sports taking place on this
The
one
revamped
island
bowling
turns
was
Wuhu
super
Island
fun.
into something special. And I haven't even talked about the music yet. I could talk
Yeah.
about this game forever, but I'll start wrapping it up here. Wii Sports Resort is the game that cemented Wuhu Island as one of Nintendo's most famous locations, as well as added so much charm and detail to make Wuhu Island a place we all wish we could visit. And while this game was definitely its largest appearance, Wuhu Island isn't done yet.
There's more.
Wii Fit Plus is the next game to feature Wuhu
I never
Island,
had Wii
and this
Fit
time
Plus.
around, it's actually called Wuhu Island. Wii Fit Plus was basically like an upgraded version of Wii Fit with more options and workouts. If you
Whoa.
compare the map that comes in the manual of both Wii Fit games, you can see that Wii Fit Plus now features the fully upgraded Wuhu Island. So say goodbye
See,
to Wii
they both
Fit
have the
Island.
markers, too.
Everything matches
See, they both have the right here. Boop, 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 boop. Try and find these marks. There's 15? Oh my gosh. 15? That's so many markers.
the Wii Sports Resort version of Wuhu Island this time, which means all the names, locations, and landmarks are correct. Jogging is pretty much the same as it was in the original Wii Fit, but of course with the updated island. But there are also
Dude, Nintendo makes some freaking good music. You never had any of these, Nico? Nico, these were a blast. Oh my gosh, these are so fun.
some new additional workouts that take place on Wuhu Island. These include cycling around the island, a rhythm march through Wuhu Town,
I would've loved
a
the rhythm
strange
march.
minigame where you are a chicken
What the
flapping around,
frick?
and a Segway race through various parts of the island. I particularly like the cycling and
The
Segway
Segway
games
race.
because this is about as close as we got to an open
To a
world
free
version
roam?
of Wuhu Island. I
Yeah.
can't really dive deep into these minigames
That's because
because
the
I
chicken
don't
game.
actually own Wii Fit Plus, so
Chicken
I can't
wasn't
play the games
fun.
myself. But don't worry, cycling and Bird's Eye Bullseye come back later. So let's talk about the rhythm.
That's like a mix between the Super Monkey Ball game where you roll and you launch yourself and have to land on the pads, and like the pilot one.
Rhythm March and Segway minigames really quickly.
That's so silly.
The Rhythm Marching game has you marching around the plaza in Wuhu Town,
Oh,
shaking
that is an
your
HD.
remote to
Wow.
the beat. It looks like kind of a dumb minigame, but it's fun to see Wuhu Town all decorated and partying.
Yeah, it
and
builds
the Segway
atmosphere.
Circuit game is where you ride around the same map as the cycling game, but this time you're hitting beach balls that come up out of holes in the ground. This game takes place over various parts of the island, like the beach
dog.
and Wuhu Town. Okay, now that those are covered, we can move on. We'll talk about cycling and Bird's Eye Bullseye later
Now that those are covered, we can get on to the fun stuff.
in the video, so that's it for Wii Fit Plus. This next one is kind of strange. Face Pilot Fly with Your Nintendo DSi Camera released in the summer of 2010
What?
for Nintendo DSi systems. And according to this website, it features Wuhu Island. So let's see what we got here. Oh. Is that supposed to be Wuhu Island?
wow.
I mean, I can kind of see it if I squint my eyes, but if this is really supposed to be Wuhu Island, then I think this is the ugliest version yet. Even the beta version looked
3DS graphics were something.
better than this. This is a very simple
Yep.
game, and there's really not much to talk about here, but
Dude, the 3DS had so many filters for your face. So many filters. Same with the DSi. I need to find a history of the DSi or Flipnote. Oh my god, if I could find a history of Flipnote.
there you go. Apparently, this is
That hit
another appearance
different.
of Wuhu Island. Let's just move on to
3D
the next
graphics
game.
go brrr. I loved my DSi. Oh my gosh. Also, hey Xavier. Oh, jetpacking? I think
Pilot
I
Wings
played this
Resort
one.
was released in March of 2011 alongside the launch of the 3DS in North America. There were
Yeah, I think my cousin had this one, so we'd play this download play style.
very few launch
pretty
titles
sure.
for the 3DS, but Pilot Wings was definitely the best one. I actually
Who is now training to become a pilot, which is kind of fun.
really like this game, and I think it's a bit underrated. Pilot Wings Resort is basically the
Wow.
flyover game from Wii Sports Resort, only expanded upon. Now, Pilot Wings was actually a series before Wuhu Island even existed,
Oh.
back on the SNES. There was also a Pilot Wings 64 on the Nintendo 64, but
Oh.
nothing happened with the series until this 3DS game. Not only do you have a plane, but also a jetpack, glider, and
jetpack.
even a squirrel suit. There are multiple missions for you to complete that take place
Yeah.
around Wuhu Island, and the free roam island flyover also
There's just something about squirrel suits in video games.
returns. Sadly, it still has a time limit, but at least now you can play this mode with a jetpack and glider. Like I said previously, the island flyover was one of my favorite parts of Wii
Yep.
Sports Resort.
Gotta make your way
naturally,
down the
I love this
volcano.
game. Plus, you get to control the plane without motion controls, which makes it a lot easier to control the plane, even if some of the fun is taken away in the process.
No, it's not worth it. Not with the fun.
I actually think it's pretty impressive they managed to get the full free flight experience onto the 3DS, and it isn't significantly downgraded in any way. Once again, the best way to
Holy.
explore Wuhu Island is this
Woohoo.
mode. And if you collect all 75 eye points in this game, you unlock your very own private castle on one of the islands surrounding Wuhu
Whoa,
Island.
that's
The missions are also
sick.
really fun. They have you completing various objectives like following a car or trying to land in the center of a target with limited fuel in your jetpack. Wuhu Island is pretty much unchanged in
Build
this
up
game.
drafts.
There are no additions or things missing. It's the same as it was in Wii Sports Resort, but Pilot Wings Resort is yet another great game that features this island.
Fun.
Mario Kart 7!
So fun.
After showing up quickly as a puzzle in Mii Plaza, we're on to the next game, Mario
Me
Kart 7.
Plaza.
Mario Kart 7 was released in December of 2011
Oh,
and
frick. You got all the... Wow.
featured some new tracks based on Wuhu Island.
Wait, did I play
Specifically,
7?
There are 3.
What was
Maka
7
Wuhu
on?
And Wuhu Loop, which are racetracks, and Wuhu Town, which is a battle mode stage. What makes the 2 racetracks even cooler is
I
that
do
they're
not
your
remember
typical
these.
3-lap courses. Instead, it's just one long lap
this just
split into 3
3DS?
sections. In the Maka Wuhu track, you start near
I had Mario Kart 3DS.
Camel Rock and make one big loop around the
I remember
island,
being called
going through the
7
cave
though.
behind the waterfall, passing
One sec. I have all my games. Where are my games? They're all right here. Oh. There's Pilot Wing. Oh, that was 7. Yeah. I just never played it. That was Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS. There you go. I just never played this course.
Summerstone Castle,
Crazy.
and once you get up the mountain, you glide back down to the beaches. And there's even a small landing platform you can grab items on, and that's from Pilot Wings Resort. You end in a large stadium on the beach, but this stadium only appears in Mario Kart 7 and no other versions of Wuhu Island. I think it's a little strange that you don't enter the volcano, seeing as how the track is named after it, but I love that it takes place at sunset.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Wuhu Island looks great with the sun setting over the ocean. The next track, Wuhu Loop, starts you out
I think it's because I played a lot of Mario Kart DS, but not 3DS.
in Wuhu Town and
I got a 3DS late.
has you race around the island passing landmarks like the Red Iron
Late in the
Bridge,
game.
the ancient ruins, the windmills, and the candle. This is another great track. It gives you a good tour
Also, I want to sell my 3DS. Actually, no, I want to keep my 3DS, but I wanted a 2DS. Which one? The new 2DS, the one you could close. That's the one I wanted. That's what it should have been in the first place.
of the
I
island,
go,
and
"Woohoo,
there's
crazy."
a cool shortcut where you can go into the ancient ruins really quickly. And the final Wuhu Island themed part of Mario Kart 7 is the Wuhu Town Battle Course.
Also, I'm a big fan of battles in Mario Kart. I think they're really fun. I know a lot of people don't like the battle mode. I think it's a blast. Or at least a lot of people I hung out with don't like the battle mode. I just think it's fun.
This course takes place at night and is obviously in Wuhu Town. There is the main plaza area with the fountain and everything.
Just gonna drive around,
Wuhu Town is one
shoot
of my
some
favorite
shells.
battle course stages, although I may be a little
Have a grand old
biased.
time.
Between these three tracks, we get to see Wuhu Island during the day, sunset, and night. And while the Wuhu Town battle course will show up again, sadly these two other racetracks will not
Bowser.
return, which is kind of a bummer because I really like those tracks, and they would have looked amazing in HD in Mario Kart 8. So I guess all we can do is hope Maka Wuhu and Wuhu Loop return in Mario Kart 9.
Oh, canoeing.
We didn't see Wuhu Island again for almost 2 years until the launch of Wii Fit
Sim
U
was
in
Wuhu.
November of 2013. Wii Fit U launched about 1 year after the Wii U came out, and things weren't going so well for Nintendo. Very few people bought a Wii U, and many
True.
people were
I didn't have a
confused
Wii
on
U.
what the console even was.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought that it was just an add-on accessory to the original Wii, and
Whoa,
sadly
they
I
were
think Wii Fit U
slalom?
contributed to that. Why would I buy Wii Fit U for the Wii U when I have Wii Fit for the Wii?
True.
Wii Fit U sold quite poorly, and a few months after its release, it had only sold
Under 20,000 units?
under 20,000
That's really
copies and was getting price
not a
cuts
lot.
everywhere. Basically, not
Jeez.
that many people have played this game, but it actually
Yeah.
features a lot of appearances from our favorite vacation destination, Wuhu Island. Wuhu Island shows up a total of 9 times in Wii Fit U, so let's go through them. Jogging is back once again, and
Classic.
it's better than ever. The
Wow.
island has received a new
What a
crisp
Tetsu.
visual update, and there's also more options this time. Like in the first Wii Fit game, there are dogs you can follow that take you on alternate jogging routes. You have to pass your trainer when the
Spooky.
dog runs by, and then start following the dog instead. But in Wii Fit U,
I miss
there are
this
dogs
game.
and cats, and there's way more of them.
I didn't even
This
know there was
means
a U
more
version.
alternate routes and places
Whoa!
to see. One of my favorite
On the
ones is when you
roof.
follow a cat up a ramp and start running on the rooftops of different buildings in Wuhu Town.
You can parkour and Wii Fit? What the frick?
And you eventually end up finishing on the Queen Peach. There are so many different paths to take, so now you get to see more
Poor
of Wuhu
word
Island.
choice there.
And probably my favorite new addition to the running mode is that the time of day and season can change. So now you can jog at night, at sunset, or even when it's snowing in winter. This
wait.
marks the first
Different seasons is sick. What the heck? This is such a good upgrade. I need to find a Wii U and Wii Fit U now. What the heck?
and only time we have ever
This sounds
seen
like a
different
blast.
seasons on Wuhu Island. I love this jogging mode because it gives you a good sense of scale for the island. Maka Wuhu looks so massive, towering over you while you
Hey,
run. The Red
everyone.
Iron Bridge is huge, and Wuhu Town
Let's all
actually
go to
feels like a
Wuhu Town
town now
sometime.
that we can see it up close. All of this was in the previous Wii Fit games, but the jogging mode is best experienced in Wii Fit U because of the new options
Dang.
and improved visuals. The next exercise to feature Wuhu Island is one called Orienteering. In this game, you walk around Wuhu Town
Orienteering?
trying to find certain Miis. As you can see, this is pretty close to having an open
What the
world
frick is
version of Wuhu
orienteering?
Island, but sadly it falls short in a couple of ways. First off, there's a time limit, so you can't really explore.
There's
at your own
always a
pace.
time
I
limit, but also it was like 11 minutes. That's a huge time limit.
guess that it's supposed to be a mini game where you try and get a high score, but all I
Yeah.
want to do is run around the island. The second problem is that a lot of the island is restricted. You can explore a
They restricted the cool places? Come on, man. Why?
little bit past these signs, but not much further.
I wanna go to the cool
area you get
spots.
to explore includes Wuhu Town, the open grass areas
Dumb.
above Wuhu Town, the area around Summerstone Falls, and the windmills and Candle.
Oh, there's
It's a
like little
pretty good chunk
villages
of
now.
the island, but it just makes me wonder what the rest of the island would be like.
Yeah, they're missing like the ruins, the castle. I think you could go to the beach, he said, but dang, man. That's buns. Straight Straight
I wonder
cheeks.
if the entire island is modeled in this open
Straight
world
cheeks.
format, or if it's just this area. And the third problem is the way you control your Mii. This is Wii Fit, which means you have to walk in place to move and twist the gamepad to turn.
The gamepad, the Wii U gamepad on top of that, having to be on the Wii Fit board, balancing while jogging, while also looking at your TV, while also looking down at your gamepad. Oh my god, you have to be so balanced. My goodness.
This is a very awkward control layout, and it doesn't
Yeah.
work very well, but I guess it's meant to give you a workout.
I also forgot that you can trip if you jog too fast in place. But not in real life, you trip in game. You just fall over.
Walk too fast, you fall over, and the
Yeah,
gamepad
what he
constantly
said.
needs to be recentered because it starts to drift all over the place.
Ew.
So yeah, it's a decently fun minigame, and it's almost like an open world Wuhu Island, but it falls short. Cycling is the next game that has Wuhu Island. Cycling was originally added in Wii Fit Plus, but like I said earlier, I don't have that game, so we'll be looking at Wii Fit U. This one is very similar to orienteering, only now you're on a bike. You walk in place to pedal and
Am I
use
on the
Wii
live
remote
screen?
to steer. It still isn't perfect, but it's a lot easier to control than orienteering. And the best part about cycling is that there's no time limit. You are supposed to reach these flags in as
True.
little distance as possible, but
Big no time limit guy. Big no time limit guy. Time limit's just extra anxiety. Just let me cycle around town. Let me chill. Have a
won't be
grand
doing
old
that.
time.
This is as close as we have ever gotten to an open world Wuhu Island.
Yeah.
It really just makes me want the real thing. A fully
Yeah.
explorable Wuhu Island would be a dream come true. Once again, a large part of the island
A dream come woohoo, if you know what I mean, eh?
is blocked off, so this is basically just orienteering, only on a bike
So
with no
dumb.
time limit. Next up is Bird's Eye Bullseye. This is another
This is
one
the
that was
weird
added
one.
in Wii Fit Plus, so I'll be talking about the Wii Fit U version. On the beginner difficulty, you fly around the ocean outside
I have never seen this game before. Before tonight, I have never seen this game before. What the heck?
of Wuhu Island and eventually land on the Queen Peach. Not much to see there. But on the advanced difficulty, you get to fly around the main
Advanced.
island. You start at the top of Summerstone Falls and work your way down
Ooh.
the island. As you can probably imagine, controlling this chicken is pretty awkward and difficult, so that takes
Also, is that a chicken or is that's your meat in a chicken suit, right?
some of the fun away. And sadly, there is another time limit, and this one's extremely
Ooh.
short. You're supposed to land on platforms to increase the time limit, so if you try to go off and explore,
Supposed
you can't
to.
make it very far before time runs out. The next couple games really only use Wuhu Island as a background, so we won't go as in-depth. There's Rowing Crew, where you race in the waters right outside of Wuhu Island. Trampoline
pretty
Target,
fun.
where the trampoline you
Ooh.
jump on is placed in the center of Wuhu Town, and as you go higher you can see more of the island. Hose Down, which takes place in Wuhu Town. Scuba
Hose
Search, where you
Down.
explore the depths of the waters outside of Wuhu
That's
Island.
fun.
And finally, Free
Wait, the scuba diving one's super fun.
Climbing, which takes place in front of the clock tower in Wuhu Town. Alright, that was a lot to get through. Aside from Wii Sports Resort and Pilot Wings, this
Yeah,
game
yeah.
definitely has the most appearances of Wuhu Island. We got pretty close to an open world, we got to see more of the island like the scuba diving game, and we even
Yeah.
got to see Wuhu Island in different seasons.
Oh, it looks so pretty in the fall. That's so fun.
Sadly, from this point on, Wuhu Island only appears in small cameos in different Nintendo games. This is the last major appearance of Wuhu Island.
Sad.
Super Smash Bros. For Wii U was released in November of 2014 and included 2 stages that featured
I forgot about Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U.
Wuhu
Oh,
Island.
man.
These stages are Wuhu Island and Pilot Wings. Let's start by looking at Wuhu Island.
I forgot that
This stage
existed.
flies all over the island, landing at different places along the way. You really get a good look at the island when it flies directly above it. This
Yeah,
is one of my
yeah.
favorite versions of Wuhu Island. It got a visual upgrade for Smash Bros. And it looks amazing. I'll quickly list off all the places you could land while playing on this stage. There's the top of Wuhu, the Frisbee Dog Beach in front of Camel Rock,
Classic.
the wooden bridge in front of Summerstone
Oh,
Falls,
the wooden
a boat that
bridge.
cruises around the island, a small group of rocks at sea, the top
My favorite location. The small group of rocks at sea. Unforgettable. Unforgettable.
of a power cruising gate, the water fountain in Wuhu Town, the center of the Swordplay Coliseum, and finally the top of Talon Rock overlooking Wuhu
Talon
Town
Rock's
and
actually
the Red
sick.
Iron Bridge. That's a lot of locations to fight at. This stage really gives you a good tour of Wuhu Island, and I love seeing all the
It's got that classic Mii's in the background with just the the cylinder bodies are so good. I love it.
Locations visually upgraded for Smash
man.
Bros. The next stage is Pilot Wings, which takes place at both the old Pilot Wings SNES map as well as Wuhu Island. You don't
That's
land
pretty
on
cool.
Wuhu Island at all in this stage.
I didn't
Instead,
realize
you
that.
just fly around it on the back of a plane. But
I do
this
remember
plane
this map,
still
though.
takes you all over the island, flying in, out, and
Cylindrical,
around all sorts of
cylindrical.
landmarks. Both the Wuhu
I can say
Island
words.
and Pilot Wing stages deliver a great look at Wuhu Island, and the visual upgrades give the island a fresh coat of paint.
And then again, it came back on the Switch version. Is this Splatoon?
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe
Oh,
was
it's Mario
released in
Kart.
April of 2017, just 2 months after the launch of the Nintendo Switch. While Wuhu Island showed up in Mario Kart 7, it
Wait, there's a Splatoon battle map in Mario Kart 8? What the?
was absent from Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. But with this new deluxe Switch version of Mario Kart 8, we received a new
What?
updated battle mode. 3 new stages were made and 3 older stages
I remember
returned.
these.
And you guessed it, one of the returning stages was Wuhu Town from the 3DS. Of course, it received a graphical overhaul, and
I haven't been here either. What's going on? Oh, so this is in like the recent packs.
it takes place during the day this time around. Wuhu Town looks completely different. All the buildings have much different colors and designs.
Yeah, they look really
That's not the
nice.
only difference though. Maka Wuhu looks different. It's wider and less smooth. And I think this is supposed to be the Queen Peach. It's placed in exactly the same place the Queen Peach should be, although it looks nothing like it. I think I prefer the good old Queen Peach with
Also, it's a boat, and boats can move. So,
the red color scheme.
Just
But I guess that's
saying.
just what I'm used to. The red iron bridge and basketball court are both pretty much the same, but my favorite new change is the new look for the candle. They added a new base surrounding the candle, and I love it.
Ooh.
The candle always looked a little strange because there was nothing at the base, so it kind of
Fair.
looked like the model was just put directly onto the grass. While this new base makes the candle look a little bit shorter, I think it's a good improvement, and I hope it stays around for future versions of Wuhu Island. It's pretty cool to see this new version of Wuhu Island, although I can't decide if I like all the changes. It was great to see Wuhu Town return to Mario Kart, but I wish the 2 other tracks
What are you doing?
also
What are you?
returned.
Yeah, I was like,
those
can't get
tracks
'em.
would have been amazing to see in HD with updated visuals. Now we move on to Wuhu Island's last appearance.
the last appearance? Yeah, new Smash.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was released in December of
Ultimate was hella fun. I played a lot of Ultimate back when it was out. Or launched, not out. It's still out.
2018,
Lot of
and is
Ultimate,
the
oh my
last time
God.
Wuhu Island has appeared in a Nintendo game. Sadly,
Also, still a firm believer of if you don't use items, you're lame. 100%.
there isn't much to talk about here because it's just the same 2 stages from Smash Bros. For Wii U,
Mm-hmm.
Wuhu Island and Pilot Wings. There are some minor visual upgrades when compared to the Wii
Oh?
U version, but everything else is the same. As you can see,
Cylindrical.
Wuhu Island looks a bit cleaner and more crisp in Smash Ultimate, but
Makes
I think
sense.
I actually prefer the Wii U version. Maka
Why?
Wuhu looks a lot more boring and less interesting in Ultimate, but
I
I
could
think
see
most
that,
of the
yeah.
locations you land at look better. Smash Ultimate has better lighting overall than Smash Wii U, so areas
Wheel,
like the
spooky,
beach
don't
and
you dare.
Swordplay Coliseum
No shot,
look
you have enough
better.
points for
It's
the
just
wheel.
kind of sad to see Wuhu Island's last appearance is a small and reused one. I'd like to take a second and acknowledge all the amazing
What?
mods and custom player-made versions of Wuhu Island. It's clear that I'm not the only one who loves this island because there are countless
that
amounts
GTA
of cool mods
4?
and creations based around Wuhu Island. Everything from
heck?
running around the island as Mario in
Oh,
Super Mario
that'd be kinda
64
sick.
to playing Call of Duty Zombies on a Wuhu Island themed map.
I wanna play Call of Duty Zombies on Wuhu Island. Oh my god. That could be so fun. Oh my god. That'd be a blast.
Some of my favorites are Wuhu Island in Minecraft
In
and seeing the
Minecraft?
Mario
No
Kart
shot.
7 Wuhu Island tracks in Mario Kart Wii. There's almost an endless amount
Wii.
of player-created Wuhu Island content, and it always brings a smile to my face.
That's so fun. That was loud. Holy frick. What a
Well, I think
blast.
that's everything. As far as I'm aware, that's the complete history of Wuhu Island. But I'd like to talk about the future a little bit here.
Yeah, talk about the
How could
future
we
a little
see
bit
Wuhu
here.
Island used in upcoming games. I think the best way to bring back this island would be Switch Sports Resort, a remaster of all the Wii Sports content so far, as well as adding
Well, so they did a Switch Sports, right? I think recently, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it was Sports Resort, though.
some new
But
features.
I don't think it was on Wuhu Island.
I would like to see all the sports from the first Wii Sports return, like baseball and boxing.
Swing.
I think they could easily create a new building in Wuhu Town for boxing, and they could put the baseball stadium in the open fields above Wuhu Town. I also think all the Pilot Wings Resort content should be brought over into the Air
Oh,
Sports
yeah.
mode. Hopefully the Joy-Cons would work for motion controls, but there
Oh,
should
yeah.
probably be some button control options too. And the number one thing I want from a new Wii Sports game is a fully explorable,
Yep.
open-world version of Wuhu Island,
Yep.
where you can walk around
Just make it be your hub. Make it be you do all your stuff in the town and you set up to go off. Or you can just leave the town and go do whatever you want. You know? It'd be a blast.
Around the island, select sports
Let me parkour.
to play, and use all different types of vehicles
Let me jump in the volcano.
to get around. Just imagine walking to Wuhu Town, jumping in a plane, flying high above the island, and then jumping out and skydiving back down below. It would be so much fun to explore
That'd be
Wuhu
kinda
Island
sick.
freely. I also think it would be awesome if you got your own house somewhere on the island that you could go inside and customize.
Just mix it up with Animal Crossing and Breath of the Wild controls. Bada bing, bada boom.
I could talk about a potential Switch Sports Resort game all day, but maybe I'll save that for another video.
That'd be
I
wild.
really hope we'll see Wuhu Island again someday, and hopefully soon. It took a lot of hard work and researching to make this video, but it was also a lot of fun. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing. Let me know in the comments
He
what
would
you
appreciate
think about
that.
all this. I'm pretty sure I covered everything in this video.
That was pretty good. I think he's done so as well. That was pretty fun. God, I missed that island. I miss the Wii, man. I miss the Wii. I was such a fun era of gaming. So chill. So low responsibility.